Let's let Gorgeous Ralph help mentally disabled people. Um, well, like celebrity people that are famous and stuff. Guys, you trusted people, okay, that invade people's houses with technology and get people to believe that money's real and murder over it. Okay, so you may not be the sharpest tools in the shed, and you may not be the most you might not be the most desirable people that we want teaching children how to be parents and raise children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you guys believe money's real and will invade houses to deliberately undermine people that give us the Lord's Prayer, and so that's pretty bad. If you're a celebrity or military intel specialist or analyst, or you have brain damage, okay, and you need someone like moi, okay, actively, okay, because you guys aren't, I know that technology's got Judy Krishnamurti, and I know some of the stuff I said the other day. That was a lot of hinting with the AI's got access to great literature like Machiavelli, and when I said the stuff about like with Sonny's character on Bronx Tale, and Mickey Mantle don't care about you. The working man's a chump. No, the working man's not a chump. The chump is the person that believes money is real and will engage in genocidal conflict over it, and then put the entire planet, the species, and the planet at risk in the process. Now, that's the chump. Okay, someone who thinks they're getting over and they're smart and they're intelligent. They've trapped the glory of the soul in the ego, and they're a threat to everybody's existence, and not just our existence. If there's other carbon-based life forms in the galaxy, okay, you're a threat to theirs. Okay? You are a threat to other people's solar systems. Like this commercial here with this mom going to see this kid with, stuff over his face, hiding in a field, shooting other people with laser beams attached to their guns. People like that are a threat, okay, to trees. They're a threat to people that, are good farmers and like to eat and don't like to murder or be murdered. That cry out, God is great before they slaughter the animal because it hurts. It's hard to do. Hell, I cried when I accidentally killed a frog mowing the lawn 10 years ago, and the people monitoring me at the fort thought I was a wimp and a pussy. It's like I could rip your fucking head off and feed it to a dog that's starving because you're a threat to the planet because you spy on people, abuse people, and murder people, and I'm a pussy. I'd cry. Okay. Gosh damn it, why'd you make me do it, you stupid asshole? You're a human being, right? Okay, but these trim fire things and all these drugs, okay, this stuff's not necessary. Most of the things you guys don't understand is most professionals, okay, and most careers, okay, are highly unnecessary, okay? You don't need to know how to go bungee jumping and have it for a thrill, okay? You guys are a little obsessive with the wall climbing and the rock climbing thing. It's to show what you can do. Try parking a car and breathing fresh air. Just see if you can do that. Okay? Have a triumphant moment where you're like, we forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing? Have one of those moments, assholes. Carol. No more commercials. Directors for commercials. Okay. Blackula and the M5. It's a non-essential personnel. Okay. Makeup artist for pretending you're something you're not. Set design, clothing design. Getting a bunch of people and going over archaic genocidal brain activity and turning it into entertainment and saying, "Aren't you glad we're not living like that anymore?" It's like, what do you mean we're not living like that anymore? Were you Judy Krishnamurti at the UN in 1985? Evolving? Are we evolving? Do you understand? Okay. And you've got to learn to be intelligent. Okay. I don't hate Las Cruces, New Mexico. I don't hate the dirt. I don't hate the mountains, and I don't hate the river. We discussed this. The industry that these psychotics do, I hate. Okay, anything that they're involved in. Look at my university. Look at the university in my hometown. Okay, look at the university in my hometown. They have the Messiah walk on their campus and perform large portions of the apocalypse from their library. Okay. And instead of stand up for the Lord's Prayer, they hire a guy, okay, who sits and lets these kids that some of them are criminal, have criminal activity, play basketball for money to make more money for the university instead of stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Okay? They haze guys, they sexually abuse people in the showers, okay? And I talked to some of these kids, okay? And you're preaching to the choir. We know what you're talking about, okay? And I'm like, I don't think you do. Okay. And David Rockefeller set this stuff up, guys. Okay. He set this stuff up. I told you, I believe in the community. I believe in my noggin. Okay. They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and Jesus die, Parsons. Okay. They're going to do this to the bitter end, Parsons. That's what he used to tell me. Okay. About what horrible human beings you are, how useless and what sacks of shit you are. And it's like, well, just give them the Lord's Prayer. They don't want the Lord's Prayer. Okay, so they're supposed to have it. Have you made it available? I don't think you're making it available well enough. I think you're just as big of the problem as they are. I think you're the birth of their nation of mindfuckers and perverts and home invaders and Oliver Stone movies. And don't forget Ridley Scott and what's the other assholes? Oh, yeah, they're all assholes. They're propaganda artists. Okay? They sexually compromise and abuse people. Okay? And then they say, if you like romance and affection and sexuality, you'll like this and give me more money. And you're like, Selma Hayek is a real bitch. She's a bitchy woman. Okay? Why can't you just stand up, forgive, let, and trespass, love, one, eternal, faithful peace, and let people actually have romance and go home and make love without your business partners spying on them, trying to manipulate them and try to turn them into perverts because they destroy their sex lives and then they look for any sexual comfort they can possibly get? Is that Nick Nolte? Tell him to watch The Key. Okay, do you understand? I'm glad I didn't see those movies when I was young. I was glad I was too busy. BRLFQ spells mom and dad. Well, that ain't too bad. That's my boy. I was watching Patrick. I was raising Patrick. I didn't have time to sexually obsess on celebrity. I didn't like I said, when I got married to Amy, she was more interested in Bennifer than she was in Noah. And no one in their right mind is more interested in Bennifer than Noah. No, Noah and Natalie were way more fun and interesting than Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck on their ridiculous videos on TV. Yes, I got to get them restored. They're on digital thing. I'll get somebody to do it once I clean this hellhole up. Noah and Natalie running around on Christmas, right? To Crash by the Primitives and Bounce. They were hilarious. Oh no, they were so fun. And Natalie and Noah, this is off the cuff. It's not directed by some asshole who's a multimillionaire who sexually exploits people because of economics. Hey, ignoring annoying. I mean, Malaki Batma. And Noah, just about everything he did was funny. He's a funny kid. But this is like, man, he just likes to make people laugh. It was hard for him, but I think it's because of a lot of the excessive brain activity and the things in life that he was going to have to deal with that people were doing to his mother to try to go after his father, I don't know if I'm Noah's biological. That's irrelevant to me. Okay. Amy cheated all the time, and there was constantly questions if any of the kids were my biological, and I know most of them aren't. Okay. And she knows that. Okay. And so there's two that there might be a possibility, but she was out screwing around every time we conceived children. And she came back after getting kicked to the curb by all the jerks that fucked her and didn't want to stay with her. She'd go out to try and find somebody better than me. She'd go out and fuck guys. Guys would fuck her and then promise her something and then leave her and have her crying and come back to me. Oh, I'm so stupid at it. And I'd just sit there and go, yeah. And then she'd be pregnant and we'd have another kid to take care of and feed. And I was like, she thinks there some guys, okay, Gerard Mustaf, Levani Wooten's cousin, and other guys like that. Some guys will get you pregnant, and about the only thing you'll get from them is they'll probably try to kill you because they don't want to pay for the baby. Yeah, that happens at bars. It also happens with guys in the military. They would do stuff like that. Yeah. Some might do it just to piss me off, to fight me, to see what it would be like to fight Bruce Lee or somebody like that. And I was like, no, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay. I do not want to know. I can go my whole life not wanting to know what it, I I've been I've that kid at the thing, I'd kill you for that. I was like, are you sure? Because, 4 years ago, I fell off a rickety ladder doing chores for my dad, 5 feet in the air on the ground, didn't even concuss, and I wasn't even wearing a football helmet. Okay, so if you swept my leg and bounced my head off tried to bounce my head off the floor, and then tried to do the little Chinese girl to shove this to the back of my head, you might end up, having a few body parts broken by an old man that's very tired, and I would be grumpy, and I'd be sore, and I'd be very pissed at you. But when my dopamine and endorphins go off, for some reason, it's weird. I can get injured. Okay, like when I sprain my thumb jogging over to Zeke, and then when things happen that are extreme, I don't get hurt. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I don't know how it works. The scientists might have an idea, but I don't care to know. I do not care to know. All I care to do is stand up for the Lord's Prayer and have everybody live it, and have a bunch of assholes with egomania problems on TV think they're doing something great by exercising for money. You're nothing more than a prostitute who makes a show of their sex for money. That's all you guys are. That's politicians, that's celebrities, and you're perverts who invade people's privacy and then say you're going to need money for us to clean up the situation. You're all perverts. If you don't think you are. Seriously? Okay, let's load this one up, and I got to get to sleep, so make it fast. All right? Peace out.